It's 8 p.m. and here are our top stories in 90 seconds.
Call center has not stopped answering calls since it's gotten cold. It has been busier than we've ever experienced.
Local plumbers are getting inundated with calls after the weekend's deep freeze. Now tonight's snow isn't providing any help for those weathered pipes.
Radar screens getting filled with flakes. I'll let you know how much snow to expect by morning.
While we're used to this in Colorado, to the south in Texas, the situation is turning dire.
No telling when it's going to come on, so we've just been trying to make it through, stay warm, and just stay in the houses.
As millions are left in the dark without power, it could be days before they find any relief. Governor Polis took a hopeful tone in today's State of the State address.
It's time to ensure that everybody has a sturdy boat to weather any storm that comes our way.
Plus, Coloradans are providing some tricks of the trade for landing a COVID vaccine appointment.
Nobody is up at midnight. So the people that are the very people needing these shots are not able to get what they need.
And Contact Denver7 is getting results for victims of shady towing companies.
I think the underlying message here is there's a problem we all know of.
Now it's our job to make sure the state follows through with its word.
If this happened to us, it's happening to everyone.
Good Wednesday evening, and thank you for watching Denver 7 News on Local 3. I'm Jessica Porter. We have a Denver 7 Weather Action Day in full effect for the snow falling right now. This is a live look right now from our crew along 6th Avenue in the West Metro, and you can see the visibility is very low right now, and the snow is falling. This storm won't be massive, but it will definitely make the roads a bit slick for your morning commute tomorrow. And that's why we have Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson standing by. Mike, the snow will last overnight?
Jessica, should be lasting until about daybreak tomorrow, and some areas, especially about west of Sheridan Boulevard and to the south of Denver, Douglas County, Elbert County, down toward Monument Hill, will really get hit with up to 6 inches of snow. Temperatures getting cold as well. We're down to 24 now, and we're going to see those readings drop to the low teens by morning. So we've expanded the winter weather advisory to include the west part of the Front Range I-25 corridor. That's right along Larimer County, Boulder County, Jefferson County. That's where the heaviest snows have been as well. You can see it coming down pretty good around the Loveland area right now. It's all dropping southward. We've had a couple of anecdotal reports of maybe a rumble or two of thunder out there, which can be an indicator of some really heavy snowfall coming up. So for tonight, it's going to be snow and slick roads, clearing and cold tomorrow. But we'll see a little more snow Saturday, followed by a really nice warming trend.
Thank you, Mike. After the bitter cold weekend we had, water pipes across the metro have taken a beating, and this new freeze and snow we're getting tonight will not provide any bit of help. Denver 7's Addie Guajardo joins us live. Addie, temperatures will really dip overnight.
Yeah, we're going to get into those double digits and those teen digits tonight. You know, Jessica, the snow is really coming down out here. It's already coating the sidewalk. We're already seeing slush on this main road. We saw at least one plow drive by over the weekend. We survived those record lows, and tonight we're back in those teen temperatures. Coloradans may even be waking up to single-digit temperatures tomorrow morning, and these lows are what's causing phones to ring off the hook. We spoke to a Precision Plumbing spokesperson who says they've been busier than ever. Hundreds of callers have flooded their phone lines because their heat went out or a pipe burst. An expert tells me it's vital to know where the main water shutoff is in your home. That way, if your pipe freezes, you can quickly shut that water off. He says making it through these cold snaps just really boils down to basic annual maintenance.
The most important thing is placing filters for your furnaces so that the system, heats correctly. In homes that have pipes on the outside walls, below cabinets, you can open the cabinet doors so that there's a little bit more heat that goes in there.
Now, he says taking just a few precautions can save you tens of thousands of dollars. And as we all know, winter is not over. We still have about a month left, and it's not uncommon in the state of Colorado to see some of these storms during spring. So you want to take it nice and easy and slow. If you have to be out on the roads, if you don't, just stay home. Reporting live in Denver, Addie Guajardo, Denver 7.
Thank you, Addie. Get inside and get warm. Record-breaking cold and snow continues to devastate Texas, with millions still missing power. This is a live look at a tower camera in Dallas-Fort Worth. That's the Dallas Cowboy Stadium, and you can see the street lights have power there. The extreme temperatures and massive demand for heat are overwhelming the state's electrical system. Texas has its own power grid separate from the rest of the country. The state initiated emergency power outages on Monday in hopes of preventing a complete shutdown. The issues are likely to continue as cold weather is still expected for the next day or two.
We're still in this winter storm period. Please be patient.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott says the state expanded its power grid today enough to power 1.2 million homes. Tonight, New Vista High School in Boulder held an emergency meeting to address the ongoing issue of fentanyl-laced drugs just winding up in the hands of teens. There were some alarming numbers released. Over 90% of opioid pills seized by law enforcement in Colorado are fake, meaning they contain substances like fentanyl. The pandemic has not helped either. Health officials say more teens are turning to substance abuse due to mental health impacts. Several teens have died of fentanyl overdoses in recent weeks in Boulder and Broomfield counties. None are current students. The Boulder Valley School District said they are looking at placing Narcan in high schools. We want to update you now on Colorado's COVID situation. There were another 1,100 new cases of the virus today and one death recorded. 482 people remain in the hospital. Our state's positivity rate stands at 3.5% right now. Colorado administered 27,000 doses of the vaccine today. Some appointments were set up through employers. Others were won in the dead of night through bleary eyes and a bottomless pot of coffee. Denver7's Gary Brode explains.
It's been a mess. Trying to find an appointment.
This educator in Arvada was having trouble booking a spot for the shot until a couple of days ago.
I wouldn't expect that Walmart and vaccine for COVID would kind of go hand in hand.
It took a bit of persistence, a lot of refreshing, and tons of web browsers.
I was up at midnight or up at 11:45, refreshing all the Walmart, CVS, Rite Aid, all those sites. And then at like 12 o'clock, the Walmart one refreshed and there was stuff open in Denver.
And therein lies the trick. A nightly alarm just before midnight to refresh website after website. It's an idea first shared on the Colorado Vaccine Hunters Facebook page.
Nobody is up at midnight. So the people that are the very people needing these shots are not able to get what they need.
Krista McFarland worries her parents and others in the 65 and up group won't be able to access the site because of the time of night.
I had to screenshot my confirmation and just send it to my dad through a text message.
Michael Mingrani lives in Massachusetts. His father lives in Parker. So at 1:45 a.m. Eastern Time, Michael woke up to sign his father up through Walmart's website halfway across the country.
The amount of necessary information that you need in order to book this is not a lot.
The sign-up asks for only the basic information: name, date of birth, and how you're eligible. What problems some are having is the follow-up shots. That Arvada teacher says he got a phone call to schedule a second appointment hours after our interview. Mingrani's dad has yet to get a call.
I know that I scheduled the first dose for him, but I'm not sure anything about the second dose.
We reached out to Walmart and the CDC, and we'll update you when we hear back. Gary Brode, Denver7.
If you're still having trouble making an appointment, we recommend giving the Colorado COVID-19 Vaccine Finder a try. The site was developed by a local computer programmer and pulls information from CVS, Walmart, and Safeway.
I started to sort of play around in my free time after work and sort of just trying to figure out what was possible, and it was sort of fun. It was a fun puzzle to solve in order to try to figure out how to get this information from all these pharmacies' websites. Obviously, this doesn't solve everything, but if it could be one small part, then that's what makes me happy.
However popular this website was before, it is way more popular now. It has been our most viewed story since first airing last night on Denver7 News at 10. 2020 is one year that most of us will never forget, but Governor Jared Polis urged Coloradans to think of the future in his State of the State address today. His speech covered a wide range of topics, from pandemic relief to legislative priorities. The governor is calling for cuts to senior Social Security taxes and business personal property taxes. He also revealed that Colorado has an additional $1 billion in tax revenue to spend. Governor Polis says investing that money into infrastructure projects will promote economic recovery.
It's really about taking this unique opportunity at this moment in time to invest the resources that we know we have into growing jobs, reducing traffic, expanding parks.
Democrats seem to be largely impressed with the governor's speech, while Republicans say it lacked a specific recovery plan. Governor Polis did call for the state legislature to pass several specific pieces of legislation. Those include bills to lower prescription costs, invest in school counselors, protect data privacy, and a public health care option.
Every industry, there is a couple bad apples.
But these bad apples are costing Coloradans hundreds of dollars for being wrongfully booted or towed. Now Contact Denver7 is holding the state accountable.
If we get more complaints, if we see this as a problem, we will do something about it.
Plus, using a device we all know well to detect COVID-19.
It's a portable handheld breathalyzer. You exhale once and in 15 seconds you have an answer.
Still a lot of snow showing up on the radar. How many more inches overnight?
And coming up later, the U.S. Air Force Reserve is putting a stronger emphasis on diversity.
We've found over the years that having a diverse workforce just, it helps us find unique solutions to problems.